to my channel. Today we're going to do a yoga sequence for period cramps, for bloating and PMS and pain and all of the things that go along with having a monthly cycle. So this is a really important time to still move your body, but also honor your body in movements that support the pain you might be having or the emotions that might be coming up. So I really wanted to share one of my personal yoga practices that I do when I have my monthly cycle, and I currently do right now, so it's perfect timing to share one of these supportive sequences with you guys. So it's really important that you focus on avoiding any type of inversion or anything that lifts your pelvis above your heart. So it helps to prevent more pressure with things pulling down on your uterus and everything that's going on. So with all of that said, you guys, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the Sharaway if you aren't already subscribed, and get ready for some relaxing yoga to just soothe your heart and your mind and your body. And let's dive into today's practice for your period. So starting out today's practice, lying down into a reclined position. So coming into our Shavasana to start out our practice, just relaxing down onto the mat here. So if you're feeling any tension or have cramping into your back, you can always option to bend up through the knees. Knock those knees together, walk the feet out to the outer edge of the mat, just to relieve any back tension. So finding a comfortable position and just coming into our breath for our Shavasana. Starting to find some expansion into the breath. Starting to find deeper inhales and deeper exhales. Starting to find some movement, some fluidity in the breath. Our breath is so powerful to bring healing properties to our body. So we can bring in that breath and support pain, tightness. And we can send that breath into those spots through our inhale, filling up, expanding the breath. And exhaling, let that breath go, releasing tension, releasing pain, letting go. Finding another inhale, all that positive energy. And exhale, let that breath out, releasing what no longer serves you. Taking one more healing breath in. And exhale, let it out. Rolling over to your right side when you're ready, coming into a fetal position, resting your head onto your forearm, supporting you. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up into a seated position. Sitting cross-legged, getting nice and comfortable here. So from here, placing our left hand onto our right knee and gently twisting open towards the right side. So just finding a gentle movement to twist from the belly first, then the ribs, and then the chest. Gazing to the side, looking over that pec just slightly, maybe looking towards the back of the room. Just a gentle movement. Doesn't have to be big and fancy. And come back to center, twisting over to the other side, right hand onto the left knee, walking that back hand behind you. A nice inhale in. And exhale, twisting over. And come back to center. Releasing the legs out in front, give them a shake. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together here. So pressing the soles of the feet, creating a diamond shape with the legs. Holding wherever feels comfortable. And we're just gonna start to fan those knees. So I like to call our butterfly wings. So just gently fluttering those wings, imagining that they're your legs. So just getting into our hips here, opening up through the external part of our hip, through our IT band. Also finding some openness into the front of the legs, into the adductors. Really nice to spend some time, spend some breath into this space as we go through our cycle. Everything starts to feel very bloated and crampy and tight, and everything around our womb space creates tension in the body. So it's really important to find some relief in this space. So just continuing those butterfly legs. It feels so good. I have cramps right now, and I'm telling you, it's just awesome. So letting that move. Taking a few more here. And release the butterfly wings, keeping your feet together, legs in the same position. Just close the eyes here. Take a nice inhale into the heart and the chest. And exhale. You can let those shoulders fall away from the ears. Let those hips fall towards the mat. Exhale and release those legs long in front again. We're going to cross the legs one more time, coming into the awkward cross. I want you to come into the uncomfortable version of where you don't normally cross naturally into. So from here, inhale, reach up that right arm high towards the sky. Exhale as we tip over just gently, keeping our chest nice and tall. Gaze comes forward. Option to cross over that left hand, pressing onto the knee, pressing that knee down. Keeping our sit bones grounded and just tipping over. Just a gentle stretch into the side body. Creating a little bit of twist here as we reach across the body. Twisting is so wonderful for cramps. It can really help to give you a nice internal massage. Come back to center. Release that arm, release the top arm. We'll inhale, sweep up the left. Exhale as you tip over, keeping our sit bones grounded, reaching through those fingers. Option to cross over to the opposite knee, placing that hand onto the left knee, pressing that knee down, getting a little deeper into the QL muscle, getting a nice stretch there. Can you tip a little further? Exhale, come back to center, release that top hand and cross the bottom arm. Give that a shake out. Awesome, we'll kick the legs out in front, rolling over and coming into our all fours position. So from here, working into our cat-cow. So I want you to stack into that tabletop, spread through the hands nice and wide, pressing into the fingers, lifting up, drawing up. And on our inhale, dropping the belly, flip the bum, spreading through those collarbones, gaze comes up, that belly fall. Exhale to round back through, pressing the spine high towards the sky, head falls between the hands. And inhale, coming forward. So just finding some movement through the spine here. Continuing these rounds at your own pace. So moving with your breath. Every inhale, belly falls. Every exhale, we round, hollowing out the belly. So this is really nice motion to create some movement into the abdomen, in through the low back, supporting those cramps, maybe that bloating. Finding 2 more rounds of breath. Taking taking it really slow, moving here just nice and gentle. Coming through your last round. Coming back to our tabletop, just stacked here. We're gonna start to walk the hands forward, coming into melting heart. So keeping our hips nice and high here, so we're not sitting our bum back, keeping our hips high, walking the hands forward, melting our heart towards the mat. Bringing the forehead down, releasing those forearms to the mat. Letting everything go. Getting some compression into the belly here. Stretch and expansion. Breathe into that space of tightness. Exhale, start to walk yourself back up to your tabletop. Give the hips and the body a little bit of a wiggle back and forth. All right, we step our right foot between our hands, coming into our low lunge position. And from here, I want you to keep the left hand on the inside of the leg. So keeping our left hand on the inside, pressing down through the palm. Bringing our right hand onto our heart, spinning ourselves open towards that front leg. So twisting towards that front thigh. So finding some twist in through the belly, ribs, chest. And then option to reach up high towards the sky. Finding a bit of a deeper twist here. So finding some rotation from the belly first, really finding that openness in through the chest, stacking those shoulders. So if it feels like too much to reach up, you can keep that hand on the heart or the thigh. Wherever you are is where you need to be. Option to gaze up towards the ceiling. Finding one more breath. And exhale, release that hand back down, framing that front foot. And we're gonna press back with the bum coming through a nice stretch into the front leg. So flexing on the front toes, tenting your fingers if you need to, or even if you have blocks to support you, if you're a little bit higher up, that's perfectly fine as well. So blocks and props are there to support you. Keeping that foot flexed on the front, getting a nice stretch into that hamstring. Allowing the belly to fall towards the front leg. So maybe it meets the leg, maybe it's quite far away, that's okay. Just finding some compression into the stomach, into the belly, the abdomen, drawing those shoulder blades down the back. Release that foot back down, come back into our lunge. And step that foot back. Give the hips a wiggle, shake them back and forth. Coming back to tabletop, we'll step the left foot between the hands. Coming back into our lunge. We're gonna keep the right hand rooted on the mat or onto that block if you need it. Bringing the left hand onto the heart and spinning towards that leg. So finding that spin in towards the thigh. Really getting a rotation through the pelvis first, all the way up to the top of the head. So really finding that openness to expand from bottom to top. So again, heart on the hand here, spinning open towards that leg. So turning in towards it, option to keep the hand where it is, or you can reach up. Finding some openness, expanding through the pectoral. Wherever you are is where you need to be, finding another breath. Breathing in. Bring that hand back down, frame the front foot, and we'll sit our bum back, coming into that stretch on the other side. So noticing here how this side might feel entirely different. I'm much more tight on this side, just due to some injury. So wherever you are is where you need to be. If you need to back off, modify, I need to come higher on this side, so feel free to do so. Flexing through those toes. Allowing the belly to fall towards, almost like you're trying to fold in half, drawing that belly down. Breathing wherever you are. And release, start to walk yourself back forward into that lunge. And from here, we're gonna step to the top of the mat, so curling under the back toes and just stepping to the top, coming into our forward fold. So bend the knees nice and deep, gluing our belly to the thighs. Let the head fall, hands dangle down. Decompressing our spine. If you're experiencing quite a bit of cramping, you can option to bring the belly right onto those thighs, really supporting, creating compression, creating pressure. Super good for helping to alleviate those cramps. We're going to inhale, press up to a halfway lift, nice flat back here, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Bending nice and deep. Inhale, sweep our arms high towards the sky, reaching up. Exhale, the hands to your heart center. From here, we're going to step towards the back of the mat, coming into our wide-legged stance. So toes are pointing forward. If you have a block handy, putting it behind your bum. So we're going to turn the toes out onto a 45-degree angle, coming into our malasana, or squat. So we're going to bring the hands to heart center, starting to sit our bum back. So sitting our bum down. So you might be here, depending on how your hips are, how flexible you might be. It doesn't matter, as long as you're feeling it in the glutes, in the hips, in the groin. You're doing exactly what you need to do. So adjusting the feet as you need, coming down into our yogi squat. So if you need to have the block behind you to rest the bum down, just to kind of get used to this pose, feel free to have that there. Elbows are coming to the inside of the thighs wherever you are. Option to kick that block out of the way, sit your bum all the way down towards the mat. If this feels not possible, you can always curl under the back edge of your mat, supporting those ankles if they're hovering off, and allowing that extra support of the heel. So wherever you are, breathing, take a nice big breath in. From here, releasing the hands in front of you, bringing the left hand in front, and bringing that right hand onto our heart and just twisting over towards the right side. Release the hand back down, switching hands, really getting into those hips. Right hand down, left hand onto your heart, twisting slightly open, just seeing how that feels. Quite challenging, even for me, and I do yoga every day. And release, bring it back. Press those hands down, sit your bum back up. Whew. Shake out those hips, let the head fall forward. Oh, good and juicy into the hips, feels so good. Releasing, unroll that mat if you need to. Shake those hips back and forth. And bending those knees, we'll inhale, sweep up, coming up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up again, and exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down to the mat. Release the forehead down. Inhale, halfway, and exhale, release the hands either side of the feet, stepping the right foot back and then the left foot back, coming into our plank here. Option to drop to half plank if you need to. Finding that strength in through the belly. So really activating the core here. Imagining that you're hugging everything in towards the center. Really turning on that transverse abdominal muscles. Breathing. We'll inhale forward. Exhale, coming through chaturanga. Holding for a sec. Release the belly, then the chest. Inhale into our baby cobra. Lifting from the mid back. And release the forehead down to the mat. Release the arms long. Walking the hands back up, so bringing the forearms onto the mat. Spreading through those hands nice and wide. And pressing our chest up, walking those forearms underneath, coming into our Sphinx pose. So forearms are pressing down, lifting our chest, pressing our belly in towards the mat. So when you're having cramping, having pain, even if you have indigestion or an upset stomach, coming through anything that is belly down is really supportive and massaging into anything that might be going on. Gaze comes forward, release the shoulders out of the neck, blades come down the back, pressing the mat away. And exhale, start to release yourself down, keeping the hands at your sides, just resting the right ear onto the mat. Bringing the forehead back to the center. I want you to lift up through the right leg, kicking towards your bum here. Reaching the arm back, reaching for either your pant, your ankle, maybe your side of your foot, or maybe just reaching back. So reaching for wherever you can grab onto, keeping our gaze forward. Thinking about kicking into that leg, pressing away, really activating and kicking away, holding on with the leg, allowing the chest to start to lift up off the mat, coming into our half bow posture. Feeling that strength, kicking that foot away, letting go of any tension, letting go of your jaw. Exhale, start to release the chest back down, release the hold on the leg, bringing the left ear to the mat. Bringing the forehead back onto the center of the mat. Bringing that right arm back up. Starting to kick into the left side. Flexing through the foot. Reaching back with that left hand. Grabbing wherever you can. Reaching for the ankle if you can. If not, wherever you are. Inhaling, start to peel the chest off the mat, lifting the chest, holding onto that ankle, kicking away with the leg, starting to lift up, coming through back bend here. So really important to flex through the feet, protect those knees. Finding a big breath. Letting go of any tension in the face. One more. And exhale, release that hold, bring the chest back down, right ear onto the mat, release both arms at your sides. An option to bend up through the legs and sway them back and forth into a windshield wiper motion. Just releasing the low back, releasing any tension that might have come up. Letting it go. Release those legs, come back to center, gaze towards the mat. We're gonna bend up through both feet, starting to reach back, inhaling as we lift from the mid-back, drawing the chest up, reaching for those legs, holding on wherever you can, coming through our full bow posture. Kick into those legs, lift the chest, flexing through those feet, really feeling that compression onto the mat, that pressure on the belly, supporting the pain. Can you breathe out whatever is not serving you here? Letting go. Starting to release yourself back down. Let go of that hold. Bring the chest down, release the legs. Bringing the arms out in front. And just rest your forehead down onto those arms. Letting it go. Catch your breath. From here, we'll start to press ourselves back up, pressing yourself back into a tabletop. Bringing those feet together, knees are wide, and just sway the hips back and forth. Finding some rounds of the spine, some wiggles back and forth. Let everything go. Sitting our bum back onto our feet, press ourselves up. And we'll come into our final Shavasana. So finding your way onto your bum, allowing yourself to release down onto the mat if you want to come into a recline position. Letting the feet fall away, letting the palms come up towards the sky. Just letting everything go, letting all of the breath go back to its natural rhythm. You can always stay on your belly here, or you can stay seated, just taking whatever Shavasana feels best for you. Letting everything go. Feeling the healing benefits of your practice. Supporting yourself through this time. Our body is always changing, always cycling. And it's important to find space to support whatever is going on. Bringing your awareness to your heart center. Feeling the warmth of your heart. Feeling your heartbeat in your chest. Can you send the utmost amount of love and appreciation to yourself for wherever you might be in your journey, in your body, in your life? How can you be kinder to yourself right now and for the rest of the day? Allowing yourself to feel exactly how you might be feeling, whatever is coming up. Starting to find some wiggles and some movement into the fingers, the toes, bringing your awareness back onto your mat. Rolling over to whichever side you like. Coming into your fetal position. Gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat whenever you're ready. Sitting cross-legged here. Bringing your hands to heart center. Pressing the thumb gently into the breastbone. Bowing your head forward and thanking yourself for coming to the mat today. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Thank you so much for being here with me in this space, supporting yourself through pain and discomfort, and knowing that anytime you move and breathe, you're supporting yourself. From my heart to yours, namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember that kindness and love for yourself today. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to like this video and subscribe down below if you aren't already subscribed. And I will see you guys in the next sequence. Bye, guys.